Hey YouTube, it's your boy Widgie here, coming at you with some more Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition. And I have another casted game here submitted by Bram. He was practicing with Passy with the USA. And currently Bram is 50th position on the leaderboard right now. But Sambi is in 3rd or 4th place on the leaderboard. And he is the main man of USA. He is the USA main. And we are seeing his kind of strategy across the entire plethora of players at the moment. And it is because of the recent sort of update change to the USA regarding the German immigrants. And that is enabling German immigrants to be trained from the mill when you receive the German immigrants card. Before we go any further, this video is sponsored by Free Food Party, a hustling and bustling Discord server of over 500 members serving the Age of Empires 3 community with not only strategy and civ guides, but regular cash events with some of the best players in the game streamed on their own Twitch channel. It doesn't stop there. They have recently released their own standalone website packed with live leaderboard statistics, live games being played, a tier list maker, and links to the latest content from other creators. I'm sure there's going to be much more added to this fantastic site, and I wish them all the best. These guys are truly committed to providing you with the best AoE 3 content around, so tuck in and gorge on as much as you like. Links to all their socials in the description below. Let's get back to the video. So all we're going to do is click the play button. Bram has given me a few caveats. He said, look, I am just sort of testing a few things with USA. I am not a USA main. So guys, just take it as you will. You will definitely learn something from this. Bram is an amazing player, and I remember when he returned back to Age of Empires 3, I gave him a few games and actually won a few games from him, but there is no way in hell now I'm probably going to win a game off of Bram. He is currently over 1900 ELO. He is an amazing player, and he plays Hauser and Lakota, which are, you know, two of my favorite civs. That's always nice. So let's see him here playing against Passy here. He is on the bottom left part of the map in the blue playing as the USA, and on the top right part of the map we have Passy playing as the Italians in the yellow. So obviously Italy, a lot of changes, a lot of nerfs for Italy around the financier cards, which is the ones which deposit resources into the Lombards. There's been a huge amount of sort of nerfs around those cards, and also around architects, that they are unable to build outposts anymore, I believe. I think that's correct. I'll have to double check that. Obviously, let me know down in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure they are unable to build outposts anymore. So you can't spam the outposts, which is always nice. Anyway, let's have a look. We're going to be focusing on Bram here as the USA. So we can see first card coming in is going to be the German immigrants. And as I mentioned, you get a homestead wagon, which basically converts into a mill. And from that mill, you will get a settler wagon. So immediately off the bat, you're going to be getting a mill and a settler wagon. And then when you get into age 2, you have the ability to train settler wagons. Very similar to the commandery with Malta, where you go for the German, I think it's called German immigrants as well. With Malta, you can then train settler wagons. So it's exactly the same thing, and you can basically train 5. There's a build limit of 5 settler wagons. So there it is coming out, and all that Bram has done is simply just built a house. He hasn't done anything crazy. There's no TP being put down here. There's no market being put down. Simply just a house, and he's gone for the German immigrants, and he's been chopping the wood necessary for it, because it does cost 200 wood for you to send it. So you do need to do a bit of chopping at the start, but it shouldn't delay too much, because of the settler wagon is going to be helping you with the food collection. You can see food collection of a settler wagon, folks, is 1.7 a second, whereas it's 0.84 for a normal settler. So basically, a settler wagon is 2 villagers. So just bear that in mind, because this is going to get out of hand, I think. It's a very economic kind of build. We're going to see how Bram does it. It might not be super economic, but trust me, it's kind of crazy how these cards synergize. So let's see the second card that Bram is going to be going for here. He's just ready to go into the next stage, and he's aging up with Pennsylvania. This gives you 2 new cards to your home city. One of them is for some juicy church text. So actually get a church that's delivered and gives you unique text in it, which is also going to add to your economy. So let's have a look at the transition here. We are going to be seeing him majority over to wood and still some on food. And there is the second card here. It's going to be the capitalism. For the rest of the game, you get a small trickle of coin, which is coming in. So this is Bram's deck right now. While he's in transition, he is going to be dropping a market, but this is the deck at the moment. And this is sort of very similar to other decks that I've been seeing. And you can see here, there is one here, the Oklahoma Black Mesa, which is in age 3, where you get a coal prospector wagon and 5 pistoleros. That is really, really nice because that coal mine there is really, really good for you. And also the age up into age 3 is going to be crucial as well. But let's just keep with the age 2 at the moment. And you can see in transition, we are immediately getting market techs in. So we're immediately getting gang saw, we're getting hunting dogs, we're getting placer mines, and that's all we're doing. You can see here that Bram is still chopping wood. I think he's probably going to stop when he wants to get steel traps, which is 125 wood. Can't say for sure. He is still continuing chopping wood. I am just kind of guessing here, guys. This is the first time me seeing it. No, he is going to be using it to put a house down. Okay. Fair enough. And then the up is going to be able to give you a military wagon, and he's going for a stables. And there's going to be some XP crates here, which is going to continue that car tempo. That's what's so good with USA. You always get the XP crates, and you can collect that, and boom, there you go. And now he's starting to train the settler wagons. So let's just do a pause. Quite a few things happening there, and a few things going on. So now that we're in H2, we can start to create settler wagons, and they're 100 food and 100 wood. So, you know, Bram is basically, he's got that gang saw upgrade from the market, which he's going to need for the wood gathering. And he's continuing with a certain number of villagers on wood. And he's opened up with the stables. Now, I've seen people open up with a racks. I guess it obviously depends on the kind of civ you're against and what you're maybe anticipating, what you want to open with. I guess if you want to be more defensive, you go for a barracks. If you want to be more raidy maybe and go for a semi-FF style, then you probably want to go for a stables so you can open up with Hussar. And we can see here that this is one of the cards that is now available to him, which is the Philadelphia Convention. So he's going to be getting a meeting house, which is essentially a church, and it's going to provide unique improvements as well. One of those is a further coin trickle that you can get, and also there's some really juicy sort of unit shipment cards you can get in there. You can get a sharpshooter one and a carbine a cavalry one as well, or carbine cavalry one. Very, very good, nice sort of cards that you might need if you get in a pinch. So we can see here still quite a few settlers over on wood here, and it's trying to maintain the macro so you can continue with normal settler creation and settler wagon creation. And let's just put this into perspective, guys. What's going on right now is really, it's kind of like 3 TCs producing villagers. And the reason that is because a settler wagon, as I mentioned, is 2 settlers. And you've got the one from your TC. So at the moment, there's so many settlers coming out. It's crazy. And you can see here now the meeting house is coming out and the church is going down. And I believe this tech is free, if I remember from USA. And there it is. It is the Pennsylvania pound. And that is going to give a further coin trickle. So currently coin is at 100 coin per minute. You can see on the bottom left. And then obviously the minute that Pennsylvania pound comes in, it's going to be racking up. And we can see now macro has changed because we've got to the build limit of the settler wagons. And we've now got our 5th one about to come out. And you can see, if I just do a quick pause, the macro has suddenly changed. So we've only got a few now on wood, probably for houses because our population is getting a little bit scary. And now majority on food and then some on coin. So we can start to produce. I'm imagining we're going to be seeing maybe some hussars here. I can't say for certain, but we do see, yes, we do see a hussar now in queue, and then placer mines coming in as well. So now, from that house building, we have another card available. Think about the XP curve here, guys, and there it is, the Hamiltonian Economics. This is basically going to refund all of those market upgrades that Bram got. He's going to get all those resources back, and then any that he still hasn't done, he's going to get for free. But it is going to take a little bit longer, I believe. R3 and refunds the cost, improves market, but it doesn't actually say that it slows it down. I don't think it does. Hamiltonian Economics is a crazy, crazy card, especially the earlier you get it in the game. And as I say, let's just have a quick look here. We have 5 settler wagons, basically 10 villagers. We have 28 villagers, not 23. We have 28 villagers, sub 7 minutes. We've got 4 hussars he managed to get out here, and he's going to be sending those over to harass. And we're going to be getting amalgamation. We're going to be getting the next upgrade, which you never really get in Age 2. You never see amalgamation coming in. It's normally Age 3, Age 4 that you see this coming in, but it is coming in now. And look, we are seeing the Tammany Festival here. Now, the festival card is the second unique card that you get when you age up with Pennsylvania. And this is going to give you a native embassy, and it immediately allies you with the Cree. And the Cree gives you either the skirmisher unit, the Cree tracker unit, or the CDB, which is another villager. And what does that mean, guys? It means, oh my god, you have another way of training villagers, and these villagers are buffed villagers. They're CDBs. They're like the French courrier de bois. So you're not even getting one villager. You're getting like 1.2, 1.3 vils. Maybe not that much. I think it's like 1.1, 1.2 vils. Slightly buffed villagers. You know, and it looks like you could just organically mine it, guys. It looks like you don't even need to ship the 700 coin. I guess you could. If you didn't want to go for Royal Embassy and you didn't want to go this mega greedy, you could instead switch out and not go for the Tammany Festival. Just go for 700 coins straight away. You could play this in H2. You know, it's crazy. You could just drop 700 wood. You know, if you don't want to go H3, if you don't want to do what Bram's doing right now, you want to stay in H2, or if you're getting really, really pressured, you could just simply, you know, send 700 wood, go for a unit shipment. You could then, you know, double down, go Springfield Armory, get an Arsenal wagon. You know, there's loads that you can do. And we can see here, Kentucky is going to be the age up. And this age up is great. This has always been my favorite age up from age 2 to 3 with the United States, because it gives you 2 fantastic cards. One of them is an amazing pop of sharpshooters. It's just an insane amount of sharpshooters that you can get with it. Also, guys, can we just take note of the Cree Courrier de Bois? I think they've actually changed the skin. Yes, they've changed the skin. They've also redone the portrait for this update. They are now called a Cree Courrier de Bois. I think they were called Cree Courrier de Bois before, but they've got a different look, and they've also got a different portrait. But look how much food they're collecting. 1.35 food right now. And you can see a villager is 1.09. So you can see that from that, it's just insane economy here. It really, really is. We can see here, I mean, with this coin gathering, you could just buy the wood, honestly. Yes. If you're in a pinch, buy the wood. Now, Kentucky gives you 4 sharpshooters, and now he is immediately going for the Black Mesa, which is 5 pistoleros and 1 coal prospector, which gets you a coal mine that you can basically stick next to your TC. It's insane. And now we see sharpshooters are coming in, and probably going to be Carbine Cavalry coming in at some point as well, which is basically your Skirm Goon composition for United States. And we can see Bram is still doing some raids, getting some good raids there on Passy. And yeah, let's just do a quick pause here. So we can see the 2 new cards is the Kentucky Coalfields and the Kentucky Hunters. And you can see the Kentucky Hunters gets you 6 sharpshooters, but there's been a change to this. Before, it used to upgrade the range of owl hoots. Instead, it ships 5 owl hoots. So I think that's actually better. Because, like, most of the time, I'm not going to be running with owl hoots. Most of the time, I'm not going to be going a merc build with owl hoots. I don't really need the owl hoot range extension. I always found that kind of pointless when I went for the Kentucky Hunters. Now, the devs are like, well, you know what? We're not going to give you that, but we are going to give you 5 owl hoots, which is actually way more utility in that card now. So it's a fantastic buff, not only to Kentucky Hunters, but also, as I mentioned right at the start, to German immigrants, which is why USA now have become even stronger. And we can see now another barracks going down. And once again, there's been no wood shipments, guys. This has just been solely off of either buying wood, chopping wood, and we are doing it like that. And there's a second racks going down, and now Bram is going to get pressured here. I don't know if Bram wins this or not. I have no idea, but we are just going to be showing off the kind of build order the majority of people have been doing at the moment with the United States. We can see the coal mine is up and running. There it is. And fast but expiring source of coin. And his He does have a lot of idols right now, and wow, a lot of his vills are going to be going down, but he's got a nice Carbine Cavalry pop here. I think he went for the 8s that you can get from the Church. Once again, as I mentioned, Church tech, absolutely fantastic. He is now going to be popping the Minutemen, which he can for free, I believe, and he's going to get them melee mode straight onto the Falconets. He's going to try and see what he can do. He doesn't want to lose too many villagers. He has got a few of them in the TC right now, and he is trying to hold off as best he can. His score is not looking the best, but Italy do inflate in score a lot of the time, so it's not the end of the world. But there are some scary Bosniaks are going to be taking quite a few vills out here. But look, 5 vet Carbine coming in with the 5 Carbine Cavalry card. They are in. Falconets have gone down, and now he just needs to try and micro his way out of this if he can. Double sharpshooters on the way. And he's managing to hold out just for now. Passy did a lot of damage there. A lot of villagers going down. A few settler wagons going down as well. Another one is going to be going down. That is really unfortunate. But he can retrain them. It's not the end of the world. He's not going to lose them forever. It's not like if you're Germany and you lose a settler wagon, you kind of lose that forever. He will be able to retrain it back. And now he's in a bit of a bind here. Sharpshooters are going to be doing a good job taking down some of the musketeers here, and eventually he's able to get his vills out. And he's got another unit shipment on the way. 7 sharpshooters now. And honestly, Kentucky Hunters would be a card that I would go for. You know, fantastic card. 8 sharpshooters and 5 Alhoots. Very, very nice. And now look at all the gold that's been mined. That coal has completely gone now. The coal mine that he got, that's gone. But look at all the gold. He doesn't need anyone on it, and unfortunately he took a bit of a hit there from the Falconets. Yeah, he definitely wants to get out of there. Now Passy in H4, looking very, very scary. But now he's gone for rolling artillery a second time. He's going to be in 2 more Gatling guns. 2 more. And I think it's probably best to leave it there on the Gatling gun front, me personally. Definitely doesn't want to lose his Carbine. Needs to play this well with the micro. Carbine Cavalry needs to get on top of the Falconets. We can see how much they're going to do. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Being able to shoot these guys down pretty easily. 3 Falcons have gone. However, he has traded. He's had a pretty good trade, actually. Not a bad trade for Brown there. And Passy rocking the all-musk here is not ideal against sort of a Skirm Goon composition, I would say. Bram does have another card available. This is what I'm telling you guys. The card tempo is kind of nuts when you're producing this many units, because remember, producing so many units from these military buildings is giving you build XP. It's adding to the next card that you're going to get with the States. You know, it's kind of mental. And let's just bear in mind, oh, hang on a minute. We do have the Papal Bombards here from Passy coming up in H4 now. Quite scary. Quite scary. And we can now see coming in the Continental Rangers. And now he's going for the Pulaska's Legion. Fantastic. That is also the answer. Another great card from the United States. Pulaska's Legion, ladies and gents. 12 Prussian Uhlans that you get. Absolutely amazing. But look at this card here now. Look at the Kentucky Hunters. 13 sharpshooters and 5 renegados. Absolutely insane. Basically 5 Alhoots that you get. Absolutely nuts. Now, Passy feeling pretty confident here. So he's going to be pushing in there, napping that settler wagon that's really, really nice. But the Uhlans are going to be popping out here. And it's going to be full speed ahead for Bram here. And hopefully he'll be able to secure the game with this, because there are now so many... Hang on a minute. What's this? The Royal March ability has been... I have no idea what that is. Is that speed for units? Yes, it is. The sharpshooters now have 10%. Everything has 10% more speed, I believe. Yeah, 4.4, just for a split second there. Extra movement speed. And I think that was from the native TP there, I believe. But here we go. They're all Bersagliers. And now Passy seeing these Uhlans, I think it's going to be a little bit of a problem. They're still going to do quite a bit of damage, but he's going to be able to get the snare. And I think the Carbine, I don't know whether the Carbine, they're just going to go into range. And yeah, we can now see a really decent exchange here for Bram, really tearing up the Bersagliers here. Militiamen have been popped by Passy. Sharpshooters are going to try and see what they can do, clearing them up. And you can see some of the Ulans are still left, but Bram looking in a pretty decent position here. And Bram is just simply doing Skirm Goon, guys. He's not making any Hussars. He hasn't done a Hussar switch. He's just making Goons. That's all he's doing right now. And you can see he's just trying to micro the best he can here, ducking in and out as he does. But look how much coin is racked up with the United States. Can we talk about that? 2,500 coin. Doesn't need it. Just trade it. You can now see some Gatling guns coming in now as well. And Gatling guns should put the nail in the coffin here for Passy, I believe. 5 Gatling guns are going to be able to be made here because of the sheer amount of coin that Bram now has. He's basically just trading. He's managed to put down the flag. He has it. That's the first time I've seen the flag. 1644, never forget. Love it. It's been replaced by the Italian flag. I love it. Okay, he's going to be moving forward here, trying to get on the villagers on the goal, but 5 Gatling guns are coming out. Very, very scary amount. More sharpshooters and carbine cavalry on the way. Springfield Armory is going to be coming in. That's going to just improve his units even further. So, once again, another fantastic card. Gotta say, the cards here are just so good. I mean, even like Russia-American Company, another great card. Improving eco. Look at that. The work rate of hunted animals, 30%. Like, you know, you could go for that early in Age 3 if you wanted to. If you didn't have any barracks, if you just went for a stable opening, you could go for that. Get double blockhouse. You could get map control. There's so many options that you could do going into Age 3. I mean, I think Bram was kind of under a bit of pressure, so he had to kind of go Carbine Cavalry immediately. And I think he went the Black Mesa, and then he went Carbine Cavalry. You can see here now, looking pretty darn good. He's going to be attacking the second TC here. There is a third one trying to go up. Architects are going to get caught in the crossfire there. And I think Bram is looking pretty good here. There's a lot of Basagliers, but nothing much else. So it should, hopefully, the Gatling guns should be able to do some decent damage here. Look at this card now, though. It's crazy. 15 sharpshooters and 5 owl hoots that you now get if you send that card. Gatling gun's just going to do so much damage here. There's just nothing. There's no culverins, nothing like that Passy can do here. The Sackliers are going to be going down. Vils are going to get caught in the crossfire as well. And immediately the armory now, you can stack all these up. I think they're all free when the armory goes down. Once again, another amazing card for the United States. And I believe that is the GG there from Passy. It's imminent. It's imminent, I tell you. All Vils are going to be going down, and Architects as well. Passy on 29 villagers. Nothing much else he can do. Can't see any culverins. That might have been a saving grace. Probably not, though. And there it is. So, ladies and gents, I just want to break down what we just saw. Quite an extended game. A little bit more than I wanted to do, but it gives you a good idea of the opening of the United States at the moment. What the kind of meta, strong economic opening that we are seeing with the United States. And we can see here, if we just look at the deck and the order. So basically, Bram went for German immigrants first, straight in right there with German immigrants. Then went in for capitalism. Now, some people have Dutch immigrants instead, but we have capitalism here, so that gives you the coin trickle. We then age up with the Pennsylvania, which allows you to get the card Philadelphia Convention. You then send that. That gives you a church. It then gives you unique technologies, one of them being the Pennsylvania Pound, which is a free technology which will give you a further coin trickle on top of the capitalism coin trickle that you've got. And then when you get into Age 2, you have the ability to train a further 5 settler wagons, or you can have a maximum of 5 settler wagons. So you can train a further 4. And then after that, ideally, you go Hamiltonian economics, and then you can really double down with your eco from your market. After that, finally, it's kind of up to you, but we did see Bram go for the Tammany Festival, which gets you the native embassy. And it then allows you to create Cri Courier de Bois, more villagers, more different types of villagers. And then from that, you kind of go into age 3. But as I said, there's many ways you could play this. You could, for example, you could do the German immigrant. You could go for the coin trickle. You could age up. You could go for the convention. You could get your settler wagons, and then you could do something completely different. You could, for example, go 700 wood. You could go for a unit shipment. You could go for a stables, a racks. You could start making just sort of musk hus with your coin income, your food income. You could ship 700 coin, continue in H2. You could go then for Springfield Armory. That would be fantastic. And then when you feel like you want to age up, you could go for the Virginia General Assembly. You could then do a fast age up. Boom, you're in H3. And then you could do what you want. So there's so many things that you could do. But the premise of it is the German immigrant start. It's then going into the meeting house, the convention card, training your settler wagons, and then of course getting your market upgrades. So that's a lot that I've said. Hopefully you guys have learned something. I have as well. I'm probably going to give USA a go. They are an incredibly strong civilization at the moment because of the fact that they're so goddamn versatile. They can adapt really well. Even if you go greedy, as we've seen here, there's options that you can do to try and deal with aggression, you know, fast fortress timings, H2 rushes, and yeah, it's kind of insane. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about this. Does USA need change? Does it need a nerf? Who the hell knows? And of course, I'll catch you in the next video or the next stream. Catch you later, guys. Thanks, Bram, for the video. Appreciate it, man. See you later.